And welcome back to another episode of Overkill Trading. In today's video, we're going to be taking a look at your guys' chart requests from over here inside of the Discord under the chart request tab here. So I'm just going to keep hitting these like we have been the last couple days. We're probably going to get through the rest of them here today. We have all those loaded up here in this playlist. We have quite a few: GameStop, SoFi, LMD, MD. We got Circle in there, SMR, and a few other ones that we haven't looked at here yet. We'll also be taking requests here from the live chat today. I just wanted to start this video with looking at the stock of Tesla. So as you guys know, our strategy here on this channel is to buy when this blue wave is down here below the white line on the weekly chart. Okay, the reason we like to buy when this wave is down here is because we have experienced a dramatic pullback over the last few months, right? So you could see back here in December, we went from 480 all the way down here to 217. That was a massive drop on the stock of Tesla. You could see it came right into our moving average there. So one thing I want to point out on Tesla is, again, it's been a great time to buy every time this has come down here, right? So 2024, 2023, great time to buy back here at $100. It went all the way up to 300, pulled back, gave you some dots right here at around 150 to 180, went all the way up to 450, and now look where we're at. So we're back down in our buy range. We're back down where we want to be buyers. The only thing that we're missing now is our buy signal from the indicator, which is the green dot. Okay, and it's the reverse. It's the inverse when we want to sell. Excuse me. When the wave is up here above the white line, we want to sell on a red dot. So just wanted to point that out on Tesla. It's coming back down into a really interesting spot here. Another one I was looking at here, this is actually a request here from today over in the Discord, was SoFi. So we really like SoFi at these levels here. Again, every time it comes down here, buying opportunity, buying opportunity, buying opportunity. If you bought this back in April, you bought it at around anywhere from $8 to $10. It went all the way up to 30. Well, look at this pullback we've experienced over the last few months. Okay, we got our red dots up here in November. Okay, November we got a red dot at $30, and now it's all the way back down here to 15. So now we're buyers, right? This is where everybody wants to call for the bear market. Everybody says we're going down. Just like how everyone was telling you to buy SoFi up here at $30, now everyone's telling you to sell it down here at 15. Okay, we want to do the opposite of what the herd does, the opposite of what everyone else does. If you guys just go to my videos on TikTok or Twitter, I'm calling out these signals right now, and I mean, the comments are just brutal, and I love it, right? I like when people are not on the same page as me, because that tells me I'm doing something different, right? And all we do here is trust the data, folks, okay? As long as we're buying good quality assets after they drop. I mean, SoFi's down. This thing is literally down 54% from its high back here in February. So if it goes back up to 30, you're going to make 2 times on your money. Meaning if you put $10,000 in here, if it goes back to 30, you're going to make another $10,000. So you'll have $20,000 up here. Okay, so this was like a 200% move back in April. So Tesla and SoFi are 2 of my favorite stocks right now. Another thing I like about SoFi here is the fact that it's into this blue line. So if you guys don't know what that blue line is, it represents the 4-year moving average. Okay, it's called a 200 EMA. It stands for exponential moving average. So it just pretty much tells us what the average price over the last 4 years is. Charlie Munger, who was Warren Buffett's right-hand man, said you want to buy good quality companies at the 200 EMA. Okay, it's just a normal indicator that a lot of traders, a lot of institutional investors, a lot of people use as a reference. Because again, if we're investing and we want to know, okay, how do I know I'm getting a fair price for this asset, whatever it might be, okay, whether it's SoFi, whether it's Tesla, whether it's Bitcoin, whether it's Ethereum, how do we know if we're getting a fair price? We have to look at the average, right? The mean is just another word for average. So our goal as investors is to either buy into that average, right? We want to buy at a fair price. We don't want to buy at a premium. We don't want to go pay, right, 50% more at the gas station if gas was up 50%, if we had to on a Thursday, right? We want to buy it at the average or below the average. So our goal here is to be buying around that mean, around that average, or below it. Okay, if you're buying it below the mean, that means you're getting a discount. And the 200 EMA we like to use because a lot of institutional investors use it. Okay, the 200 EMA is probably the most common moving average used among traders. And again, it's just a good reference point. Like 4 years of data is a long time. Okay, we're not going to get smoked by buying it at the average. Can it go down to 10 or 13? Yeah, but at least we weren't buying it up here at 30, right? 15 down to 10 isn't as bad as 30 down to 10. I mean, you're talking about a 90% drop to like a 50% drop. So again, as long as we're buying at the average, as long as we're buying when this wave is down here and we have the patience to hold and wait till it comes back up here, okay, that's the name of the game. Okay, patience is required when you trade these higher time frames. We're not day traders. I know everyone wants to be a day trader and get the Lambos and the chicks and all that stuff, but we're swing traders here, folks. We're long-term investors here. We're not day trading. Okay, these signals take 1 to 6 months to play out. Okay, our typical time frame is 1 to 6 months. April all the way up here to right when we got our first red dot right there was August. That was a 5-month holding period, meaning you had to buy and hold for 5 months. Not a lot of people can do that in the markets, and that is why 90% of people fail, because they do not have patience. Okay, what do we got in the chat here? Go ahead and get your guys' chart requests in here. I see one for XRP from Alex. XRP, what is XRP doing? Probably a whole lot of nothing still. Okay, again, we're still watching this low from February. So that one is still holding green here. Okay, still holding green, but very stagnant, right? But it is sitting on that average, right? It's sitting on the 4-year moving average. So again, where was everybody excited about XRP? Everyone, I mean, you guys go back to July, if you could rewind and remember the sentiment, everyone was loving XRP up here at $3. Now it's down here at $1.30 and no one's talking about it, right? We don't want to buy when people are excited, folks. When this wave is up here, this is a simple fear and greed index indicator. If you're an investor, you want to buy when people are fearful, sell when they're greedy. Buy low, sell high. Not buy high, sell low, which is what the majority of people do. But what I'm trying to get across to you guys is when we're up here, this is when things are very exciting, right? Things are just, right? We're going to, XRP is going to 10,000 by the end of the year, right? That's what they were saying back here. Now all those influencers they're gone. They're hiding, okay? We want to buy down here. This is when people are fearful. This is when the sentiment sucks, guys. I mean, I think we can all agree that the sentiment right now in crypto sucks. Okay, why does it suck? Because we've literally gone down for 8 months after we called the top back here in August, September. Okay, we literally called the top. That signal right there was the topping signal. Okay, and it came all the way down. We've been going down for 8 months. No wonder no one likes crypto. I see it everywhere. I saw someone comment today, oh, altcoins are scams. They're all going to zero, blah, 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 right? That's the kind of sentiment we want to buy, right? If we're buying when everyone's excited and everyone's just on cloud 9, which we're going to get back to that point one day. It's just a matter of when, right? There's too much money to be made in the crypto markets for them to just let everything go to zero, right? There's too much money to be made. They want you guys to sell down here, right? When you're feeling really bad, when the markets have gone down for 7-8 months, okay? Hopefully some of you guys took some profits back here in August when we were taking profits. If you guys were around back then, we sold all of our chain link up here, okay, at 26 after we were buying down here at 10 to 12. And then we sold all of our Ethereum as well on that sell signal right there in August. So this is where we called the bear market up here. Okay, this is not the start of the bear market, guys. Okay, this is not the start of the bear market down here. This was the start of the bear market. So don't get it twisted. Don't get it confused. Again, if you look at Ethereum in regards to that 4-year average that we talked about, we're below it right now. Okay, we're below the mean. What does that tell us? We're down here, right? No wonder everybody hates crypto right now. It's the perfect time to be buying and loading your bags up, okay? Because again, there's going to come a season where we're going to frickin' rip again. It's going to happen. I don't know when. I wish I had a crystal ball that I could tell you guys that, oh, on this date, we're going to be sitting at $10,000. I can't do that. And the people that do that are literally, they have no brain, right? They're just trying to get clicks, okay? I'm not going to do price predictions. I don't do price predictions. Okay, I can give you guys an idea of what I think it's going to hit based on some of the indicators we use here, like the Fibonacci, right? There's no doubt in my mind that Ethereum's going to get back up here to 4,400, right? Up here in the red zone. That's our sell target. Okay, we want to sell a red dot. Oops. Let me just go ahead and delete it really quick. We want to sell the red dot in the red zone. Okay, red dot in the red zone, literally nailed the top at 4,700. Okay, and it went all the way down here to 17. So again, we just use data, guys. Nothing that I'm saying to you guys is not based on data. Everything I do is based on the chart. It's not based on emotion or what I think, okay? Simply just based on this. The reason I sold my Ethereum was because we had a red dot here in August. It wasn't because I thought it was going down. It's just like, hey, the indicator said sell, so I'm going to take my profits. And now we've been buying Ethereum back down here at 2,000. And I don't know why people are so bearish right now, because Ethereum literally hasn't moved in 2 months. I know it feels like we're going down, but we're not going down. We're going sideways, okay? We call this consolidation. Okay, this is this right here. Right there. Sideways. What else we got? I see one for Near. Thoughts on Near? I don't really know what these guys do, but they did have a monthly alert pop. So, I mean, if you believe in this project, we're back down here at the 2023 lows. The last time we hit $1, we went up to 9. So, historically, right now, if you believe in this project, if you believe it's not going anywhere, it's, in my opinion, a good time to buy. Okay, it does have a red dot on the weekly, so you'd want to set a stop loss probably right there at around 84 or 80. I'd put a stop loss at 80. When you see the red dot, you need to set a stop loss, okay? Like you got here in January, you had that right there at 140. It dipped all the way down to 84. So using that stop loss is important, okay? Use it right there probably at around 80 cents. Bobby says, trading sideways and the bears are screaming sell. Yeah, no, thank you. Okay. Again, this is a good phase right here. This is when you want to. This is when the smart money starts loading up. Okay. This is when they're like, okay, and they're just messing with your emotions, right? They're pumping it up one day and then shoving it back down, pumping it up for 3 days and shoving it back down. That doesn't mean we're going down. It just means we're going sideways. Okay. And this is the most boring time of the market. This is just, I mean, things are just really boring, right? I want this as much as you guys do, but again, we don't control the markets. The only thing we can control is our reaction to the markets. Here's RHM. That one just needs the signal there. LCX, this thing is just in free fall right now. It looks like it's back down here at the 2023 lows, 2022 lows. So if you're sitting at 2-3 year lows on an asset that you like, it's normally a good time to be looking to accumulate. Watch for the monthly there on LCX, but that one actually looks good down there at the 20. That's a 3-year low, right? 2023 was 3 years ago, pumped all the way up to 40 cents. So if you like the project, it's at a really good price here. SEI, this thing's getting absolutely hammered. Okay, I'd watch for the monthly on SEI here. Okay, down here at 5 cents. 5 cents is a good round number, but wow. I mean, you're talking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 months in a row red, guys. I mean, some of these names, like I pointed this out on yesterday's stream, Chainlink. Chainlink's been around since 2018, almost 10 years. And never, ever, ever has it gone down for 7 months in a row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 months of red, okay? Never in history has that happened. So normally when that happens, there's normally a really big rebound to the upside when you get a big dip. They say the bigger the dip, the bigger the rip. So you guys are literally sitting through history right now. I think Bitcoin put in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It actually closed green, but Bitcoin, the only other time Bitcoin went down for 5 months in a row was back here in 2018. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It actually went down for 6. And then you could see what happened. We went parabolic. We went from 3,400 all the way up here to 57. So you guys are sitting through history right now. Like, this is literally the worst dip ever for altcoins. And well, Bitcoin had a 6-month period where it went down. But hopefully you guys get what I'm saying. Like, times suck right now. It sucks to be a crypto investor, okay? I mean, we have been in fear territory here. We have been in fear territory now for like almost 80 days. Okay, it's been a long time, since November, okay? Well, I guess we went into neutral right there for a little bit, but we have been down here since, it's almost been 90 days since we've been in fear, and that also has never happened. So the sentiment in crypto has never been worse. So you're either buying when the sentiment is really good, or you're buying when it's really bad. And when it's really bad and you're buying, you kind of feel stupid, right? Like, it feels stupid to be buying, because everybody else is bearish. Everyone else is telling you to sell it, and right, you're going against the grain. That's how you win in the markets. When everyone else is selling, you want to be a buyer. You want to be buying what they're selling, because again, the smart money, these guys, they can't buy unless you're selling down here. If you're down here selling, these guys, right, the billionaires, the hedge funds, the smart money, they're buying what you're selling. Okay, and then when you're gonna be buying again, right? Not you guys, but just the majority of retail, when they're excited again, and right, Dogecoin's going up and XRP's going to 10,000 by the end of the year, right? We call that delusion. Okay, that's when they're gonna be selling. So these guys want to sell up here and buy down here. Okay, the majority of retail does the opposite. Okay, and that's part of the reason why I created this channel. And I know times are bad right now, guys. I'm not having a good time either. Like, it's a very boring phase of the market. So, hang in there, dude. I mean, hang in there. We're here for a long time. Okay, not a good time. So the longer you can wait, the more accurate you're going to be in these investments. Here's Gala. Again, Gala, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 months in a row down. Okay, so if you believe in Gala, this looks really good. I mean, you're sitting right down here at the lows at 0.002. It's got a green dot. This actually looks pretty interesting here on the monthly. I'm going to write that one down because I'm going to go ahead and add that one into our watch list. This is like an OG altcoin, and wow. I mean, that was at 80 cents. It's less than a penny right now. Less than half a penny right now. That's insane. And it's got a green dot here on the monthly. So that actually looks pretty interesting there. I see one in the chat for NVIDIA, NVDA. If you guys got those requests, I'm taking them from the chat too. NVIDIA's back down in buy territory as well. It's sitting right on its yearly moving average. So I would say up above 160. This looks good. We want to see that green dot come in the next 1 to 3 weeks. Okay, you can see the last one came back here in April at 90, popped up to 200. We haven't really had as much of a dip on NVIDIA, but I'd just be watching for the signal there on NVDA. What's up, Jay-Z? I see one for Andre for Axel, AXL. Axel closed with its monthly. So again, this is a 1 to 6 month swing trade here. This thing is very beaten up. They just integrated with Solana. So they now have partnerships with Ripple and Solana. So those are the kind of projects we want to find that have those strategic partnerships that are just totally beaten up. I mean, this thing was at $2.80. It's sitting at 4 cents right now. That's insane. So if this ever goes back to $2 and you're buying right here at 4 cents, and I'm not saying it's going to, but you're going to make 4,600% on your investment. So eventually we're going to stop falling and this thing is going to rebound. Okay, I got a feeling April is going to be the spring that sends us into altcoin season. If not April, it's going to be May. Okay, so we're so close, guys. I mean, this has been one of the most brutal dips I've ever seen. I mean, it's brutal because it's lasting so long, right? When you look at Link going down for 7 months in a row, right? That is brutal. It's never done that in history. Never once done that in history. So that tells you this is the most brutal pullback that's ever happened, right? So eventually we're going to get a green candle, and when the green candle comes, that's going to indicate that the buyers are stepping in, and we're just going to go on a parabolic move. That's how it works, okay? If you're playing roulette at the casino, and I don't gamble, okay? I'm not a gambler. I'm an investor, okay? But if it lands on red 7, 8 times in a row, you should probably be betting black, okay? Because eventually a black's going to come, okay? So, again, I don't make the rules, guys. I'm not the one that moves the markets. I just try to point out the data, and this has been one of the most brutal pullbacks I have ever seen in crypto. And I've been doing this for almost 9 years. So, again, ADA's way down here as well at the 2023 low. So you're buying it at the 3-year low. If you believe in this project, okay, 23 cents looks like a great buy. You got the green dot right there, and you also have the MACD crossover here as well. So that's actually another bullish indication. So I'm not a big fan of ADA, but I mean, if you like it, it looks good. I see one for CC Crypto. CC is pretty new, so there's not a lot of data. I can't show you the data on the indicator, but the daily, I mean, this thing just needs to hold on to 13 cents. I'd put a stop loss at 13. If it breaks 13, I would sell it. I kind of stay away from these new projects, okay? I like when there's data, right? When I can actually see the data on the indicator, like with Ethereum right now. I could see that every time this wave comes down here and gives a green dot, it's a buying opportunity. CC, I have no data. So I kind of avoid the newer projects just because a lot of them are really hyped up at the beginning, and then they end up selling off because people take profits. So I normally don't trade anything unless I know the company. Like if a stock goes public and I know what it does, right, then I might take a position, but with crypto, I just stay away from the newer coins. I see ADI as well. ADI, the crypto, that one's just going parabolic. So again, it's just too new. I can't really tell you. Based on the daily, I'd be taking profits on this one. Okay, again, it's just $1. It's up 300% from the start. So eventually, someone's going to take profits, and it's going to come back down. I'd be a seller of both of those. What's my target price for ASST? I don't really do price targets, but if you're using the Fibonacci, you want to be targeting. I mean, this one had a stock split, so when they do a stock split, it kind of wrecks our indicators because it's just they do a 1 to 20 stock split. So I don't know. I don't really have a price target on it, to be honest with you. I'm just going to use the indicator. When this wave comes back up here and gives me a red dot, that's when I'm going to sell. I'd like to see it break out over $11 though. I see one for TAO in the chat. TAO. That one's sitting at 300 right now, so 300 is a pretty square number. I told you guys maybe to trim a little bit here at 350, but this is looking good. This is looking like it's going to bounce here, so I'd be bullish on this above 250. Probably put a stop loss at 240. If 240 breaks, it's going to reset, but this is looking good. It's pulled back for about 6 days in a row now, right back into our EMA ribbon on the daily. Stochastics on the floor. I'd watch for the daily alert here on TAO. Okay, that will be called out. Do I have? Yeah, I got this one. Yeah, that will be called out over here in the Discord under the daily alert section. So we actually had a few of these go off today. We had CRO, HBAR, XLM, some stocks here as well. I guess the stock market's closed tomorrow it must be because of Easter. But the stock market's closed tomorrow. So I'd watch for TAO's daily alert there. But 300 is a good round number if you think this thing's going to continue moving up. Target for XCN right now, based on our Fibonacci tool, it's around 2 cents. But personally, I think this thing's going much higher than 2 cents. So, I mean, I'm targeting around 10 cents for this, and it's half a penny right now. But if you want a realistic target, 2 cents. 2 cents is right here at the red zone. Okay, we want to sell the red dot in the red zone. Okay, you can see these ones came right here in the red zone back here. Red dot in the red zone. That hit 4 cents and then sold off. So I'd be targeting around 2 cents. That'd be a good round number to target. Want to see that green dot come back on it probably next week. I see one for PLTR. So that one's got a red dot on the weekly. So again, when we get our red dot, what do we want to do? We want to put our stop loss at the previous low. So as long as this thing holds on to 125, I would say it looks good. It did close with a red dot. So again, when you get the red dot, okay, the only thing that invalidates one of these signals is the opposite, right? So if you get a green dot and a red dot comes, where you got to use caution. You either got to set a stop loss or look for a place to average down lower. So up above 125, I'm still bullish on PLTR. But if it breaks down below 125, I'd probably be targeting around an $80 PLTR to buy it. So still bullish as long as it's above 125 here. Oh, tomorrow's Good Friday. That's right. Now there's Palm Sunday. There's Good Friday. There's Easter on Sunday. Yeah. Praise Jesus, man. Praise the Lord. What else we got? Do you prefer ASST over MSTR? Tough. They're just both social media companies. Or they're both not social media companies, but holding companies. So MSTR is more focused on Bitcoin, whereas ASST is more focused on altcoins. They're an altcoin holding company. Hey, can we get this video to 100 likes, guys? If we can get to 100 likes, I'll do an XRP giveaway over here in the Discord. We'll give away 50 XRP if we can get to 100 likes here on the stream. We're at about 45 right now with about 122 watching. Smash that like for me, if you will. I see one for ALM. So again, we want to buy when the wave is down here. Okay, we don't want to buy when it's up here. We want to buy down here. So I'd be a seller of this, or I'd be using a stop loss around 13. 13 on the stop loss. I see one for Google. Google's bouncing nicely. So a lot of these stocks had a nice bounce this week. That's good to see. Okay, the SPY bounced very, very nicely here off of 630. So markets don't normally top. Okay, they normally top when you get a blow off top. So I'm thinking stocks are going to blow off top here in 2026, and then we're going to have to take our profits. But you can see that every time this wave comes down here on stocks, okay, this is the S&P 500, all the way back since ever, okay, it's normally a good time to buy, good time to buy, good time to buy, good time to buy. Okay, so what we're looking for next week on the SPY is a green dot. And again, Google's not quite below the line. The last time the blue wave was below the white line was right here in April at 150. It went all the way up to $300. So we're not quite there yet. If anything, you want to wait for the signal. Wait for the signal, but it is trying to bounce there off of 280. Would love to see a signal there next week. Ari says SUI. SUI is still green too. Again, very boring, right? We've been going sideways for 8-9 months. Sideways, sideways, sideways. Okay, what happens after we go sideways? We rip to the sky. Rip to the sky. Okay, I still really like SUI. Still really like it. I converted all of my SUI into CETUS. So CETUS is a protocol on SUI. So it's technically like you're holding SUI still, but I believe CETUS is going to hit $1 at some point. It's sitting at 2 cents. Had a big pullback this week. But yeah, I just very bullish on CETUS. Mobile, this thing's just sink into the floor. I'd avoid that. WLD, Ellen just needs the signal. We got Sky, again, too new. I can't really tell you anything besides the fact that you should probably use a stop loss at 7 cents. STRK, again, just looks like a rug pull. I don't like charts that are going down into the right like this. I like charts that are going up into the right. Okay, up into the right means there's buyers. This just means people, like, no one's interested. Everybody's selling. So, yeah, I mean, it's down at 3 cents, the lowest price it's ever been. So, in reality, if you believe it's going to go up, then it's the best time ever to buy it down there at 3 cents. VMC up here, again, we're selling up here, buying down here. Okay, I'd be a seller of VMC here. CH or CSX or SHX. Again, just going down, okay? Not a lot going with this. Unless you're talking about Stronghold. Looks like you're probably talking about Stronghold here. Just needs the signal. I'd wait for the green dot. Whiff. Again, look at that brutal pullback. Just, wow. That's got a weekly, though. So if you're going to buy Whiff here, use a stop loss at 16. But again, this chart is down into the right. Whiff has no utility. This is a meme coin. It has no utility. And by the way, guys, I actually posted something on Twitter today that I thought was really interesting. So you guys know how bullish we've been on Chainlink. So this was straight from ChatGPT. I asked ChatGPT, what is your opinion? What is, in your opinion, the most undervalued cryptocurrency right now? Here's what it said, okay? It said, the most undervalued narratives right now are AI and data, real-world assets, and infrastructure, not meme coins, okay? The top pick from ChatGPT was Chainlink. The number 2 pick was ARB and OP. Number 3 was AVE and Uniswap. And these sleeper plays were TAO, FET, and RNDR. And this came right from, I mean, we've been talking about all these names, maybe beside OP just because it got rugged, but Chainlink has been, I've told you guys for years that this is the top pick. And some people say that it said that because I'm bullish, but there was a lot of other people that said the same thing. Like they said the same, there were people posting that they asked the same question and they said the same thing. Oh, great. Iranian Armed Forces spokesperson says Iran is waiting for U.S. President Trump to invade. We will teach them such a lesson that they will never attempt to invade our country again. I mean, okay. What if they just dropped a bomb? I mean, wars aren't fought with men anymore. It's fought with bombs. I mean, they could drop a bomb and wipe out an entire country if they wanted to. The whole war thing's just a distraction, in my opinion. I think it's a big distraction. I think it's a distraction to get us to try to sell, right? To be panicked, to be scared, right? The Bible says, don't live in fear. We should not live in fear. We should have faith and stand firm. That's what it says, okay? Not to be scared of what some spokesperson's saying. So I think there's opportunity everywhere right now. I think this is a generational buying opportunity for stocks that doesn't come around very often. Not so much stocks, but mostly for altcoins. Like I know some of these stocks have been beat up really bad. But for altcoins, I think it's never been a better time, in my opinion. Whiff, if you want to play this, again, it's got a green dot there on the weekly. Hey, Caroline. Steve, what's going on, brother? Opinions on Soundhound. I dropped a TikTok on this today. My TikTok's kind of fading. I think it's the platform. But you know what's blowing up is my Twitter. Twitter's been my favorite platform lately to post on just because we're almost at 30,000 followers. I think it was at like 6,000 at the beginning of the year. I mean, it's been a crazy growth over here on Twitter. TikTok's kind of censoring me now, it feels like. But I post these videos, I post reels every day to every platform. So I'm on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. And one thing, guys, I will never send you a DM or add you as a friend. So just know if someone's DMing you named Overkill right now, it's a scammer. So there's a lot of interpreters out there. I wish social media platforms could stop it, but it's just, it's honestly sick. And if someone that is watching this that is doing that might be one of those scammers, I just want to let you know that you're a scumbag and that I'll pray for you. Okay? I pray for your soul, man. Soundhound I like, man. I like this one a lot. It's right down. You can barely see the blue line here, but that's the 4-year average. So again, should have been taking profits right here in October at the topping signal there at 19. Sold all the way off down here to 6. So I like Soundhound here at 6. I don't know much about the company, but the technicals look good. We're down here. We're missing the green dot. Okay, so we could continue to fall. So if you want to wait for confirmation, right, wait for the signal. But it looks like $6 is very strong support here. My pleasure, Steve. Love you, bro. I see one for hymns. Yeah, if I miss your guys', just keep putting it in the chat. I mean, I glance over at the chat and I see it. You know, if you guys want priority to chart requests in the live chat, you got to hit the join button on this video. There's a join button where you can become a YouTube Spartan, and that will turn your name green in the chat, and your name will stand out beyond everybody else's. So if you want that luxury of having priority to the live chat, then you guys can join up there. Otherwise, you just gotta wait in line and keep putting your request in. Keep putting your request in. I'll get to it. Hymns I still really like. Still holding green. What I'm looking for on hymns is a green dot here on the daily. So it's fine in support right here at 1850. I think this is a massive, massive company, a massive growth opportunity here. We rebought this thing right here at 14, 15 bucks. It gapped up to 27 and sold off over the last 3 weeks. But I'm still very bullish. I'm looking to buy more hymns here, probably on the next daily dot here. Okay, I think that thing's going to bottom right there at 1850. What else we got? Cetus you can buy on crypto.com, or you can just buy it on their website. You have to have a DEX wallet, though. I use Phantom. I use the Phantom wallet. We got... I see one for Joby, J-O-B-Y. Joby... What, that dipped down to 750, so it got a green dot right here at 10 or 9. You're down about $1 since you entered on that. So again, wait for the next green dot to enter again. So if you're buying here at 9 and say it comes down to 6, I'm not saying it's going down to 6, but if you buy at 9 and buy at 6, your average cost is 7. Then when this wave comes back up here, and if we go back up here to 20, right, your average cost went from 9 to 7. Therefore, you're going to make more to the upside. So again, the only thing that counters a green dot is a red dot. Okay, so if you get this, normally the next green dot is another good entry. Okay, and after that, you want to look to the monthly. If it fades twice, right, then you look to the monthly. But red or green, red, green is normally a very good pattern, right? Green, red, green, rip. So again, dollar cost averaging. We're not going all in on the first dot. We want to buy in increments. Okay, I like to use the 2.5 to 5% rule, meaning you don't exceed 5% of your position on one single dot. 5% of your total portfolio. So if I have $10,000, I don't want to put more than $500 in right here. That way, if it goes down to 750, gives me another green dot, I can buy another $500. I can get more shares at a cheaper price. Okay? Because again, if a red dot comes, well, we're stopped out. Okay? Or we're going lower. Green means up, red means down. Dan says aerodrome, A-E-R-O. Still just doing nothing, my man. Again, this is, I'm sorry, but for 9 weeks I've been saying the same thing. We're just stuck in this range between 38 and 27. Okay, we want to see it break out over like 40 cents. A breakout over 40 cents will confirm the move higher. It's going to be any day now. It's going to be any frickin' day now, man. So, still targeting up there at around 140 on Aerodrome. I still really like this name. It got the MACD crossover here this week, so everything's looking good. Again, the last time we crossed over on the MACD was right here in May, okay, at 63, went all the way up to 173. Okay, this last green dot over here came at 37. It popped up to 160. Do I prefer HIMS or NVO? I like them both. I have both of those in my portfolio. I think they're both great companies that are gonna really grow over the years. I mean, NVO's down from 150 down here to less than $36, and they're making $12.5 billion a quarter. So $12.5 billion every what? Every 4 months or every 3 months, they're making $12.5 billion. Huge company, massive. And their stock has been absolutely obliterated. And I think NVO is going to get a green dot on the weekly next week. I think you're going to see that there. So I have both of those. I have both HIMS. NVO is a lot bigger of a company. They make $12.5 billion. HIMS only makes around $617 million. But HIMS is a newer company. HIMS hasn't been around as long. Okay. But their revenue growth is impressive. Right? They made $617 last quarter. If you go to that time last year, that would have been what? Right here in May. Or no, that was what? February. Okay. And earnings is a really good way to tell if a company's growing, right? You can click this. You can look at, I just look at their revenue, right? They made $617 million last quarter. The quarter before that, they made 600. The quarter before that, they made 544. The quarter before that, they made 586. And the quarter before that, they made 481. So I can see this number of revenue gradually going up over time. That indicates that the company is growing. Their revenue is growing. I mean, November of 2024, they were making $400 million. Okay, they've grown by 50% in the last year and a half. So that indicates that the company is growing. They're gaining market share, right? So that's pretty much all the fundamental analysis I need to make a decision. I also like to look at PE ratio as well. I see one for ETHA. So this is tied to Ethereum. Again, still green here on the weekly. We're just very choppy, looking for that big explosive move to the upside. Again, that's going to depend on what Ethereum does here. Again, I think the bottom's in for Ethereum right here at 1740. That wick right there, that wick that we got right there in February, I think that was the bottom. I don't think we're going lower than that. If we do, we're just going to buy more. Okay, that's all that we're going to do. But I don't think we're going lower. This dip right here from December to April, we showed this yesterday. It was about a 65% drop. Okay, it's pretty much the same exact amount that we dropped. 65% drop up. 65% drop. If history repeats itself, we should see an explosive move back to the upside by the end of this year. So I'm very bullish on Ethereum. Okay, I started buying that thing right around... I bought ETH probably down here at 15, so I'm still even, right? I still bought at the same price. I think the options I bought are a little down, but I did take a position on Ethereum around 2,000, so I'm like break even on the trade. MAIV, I don't know about this one. I guess it'd be a buy down here on the indicator. QQQM just needs the signal. Again, the last time we got the signal was in April of last year. It's now April of this year. And if we get a green dot this week, I think things are going to get very exciting over the next, few months, 6 months. So I'm very bullish on QQQ. If we get that green dot, I think it's bottomed here. I think it's bottomed right there at 229. All this word talk is just trying to flush everybody out. Look at OP. I mean, this is just stupid. In my opinion, guys, this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity right now. Once in a lifetime. Do you guys understand that? I mean, look at this chart, man. I mean, from 2024, we've gone from $4 down to 10 cents. Some of these altcoins, I mean, it's ridiculous how far they've dropped. Like, eventually they're going to get a bounce back, right? Eventually they're going to get a hit back. So if we're just going to wait till this blue wave comes back up here and gives us a red dot, this thing could be sitting at $1.50, $2.50. I mean, that's just insane. I think I'd probably rather take ARB. ARP, oh my gosh, dude. Oh, I wish I had endless amounts of money, man. Because I would be just buying. I mean, 8 months in a row, dude. It has been brutal. But now you're seeing the signals start to pop down here. So I think I'd take ARB over OP, but both of those are just, I mean, they're at the lowest point they've ever been, right? If they bounce back from these levels, I mean, you're talking ridiculous amounts of money, dude. I mean, if this goes from 9 cents back up here to 90 cents, you're going to make 1,000%. I mean, that is just stupid. I see one for SOXS. SOXS. That one got kind of hit hard this week. It's just very choppy. I ended up selling my SOXS. I got out of it. It's too much leverage. But this is pretty much you're shorting the semiconductors, which I actually like the play because the semiconductors, well, they came back down here to third. Wow, the market's bounced really nicely this week. Just a really nice bounce. It's going to be really interesting to see what we do next week after this long, drawn-out weekend. The markets are closed tomorrow for Good Friday. Praise the Lord. But it's going to be a really interesting time next week. How much ETH is good for a retail buyer? As much as you could possibly get, my man. Julia says, terrible example with roulette. Mathematically, it's the same possibility no matter how many times it's fallen on red. Yeah, I guess you're right. But, I mean, I've never seen a roulette table do 20 reds in a row. I haven't seen that very much. But I get your point. It is the same mathematical if you look at it from a standpoint of that. It's just like, okay, I'll use playing baseball, right? If you strike out, if you go up to bat 10 times, you strike out 7 times in a row, the chance of you getting a hit next, I mean, it's going to be better, right? The best hitters in the world bat 3 for 10, right? 300% or 300% average. A 300 average is really good for a baseball player. So that might not be a good analogy either, but I guess if you don't understand the point I'm trying to make of like, this thing has never gone down 7 months in a row, so therefore we don't really know what it's going to do next. I personally think it's going to have a V-shaped recovery, and we're going to hit $50 to $100 here by the end of the year. But yeah, in trading, if something falls for 7 months in a row, and like if Amazon, right? If Amazon fell has Amazon ever fell 7 months in a row? I don't think so. Maybe over here back in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nope, that was in 2000. 1, 2, 3. Right. If you're telling me that you wouldn't buy Amazon if it fell for 7 months in a row back down here to 80, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you, because I'd be buying the crap out of it. Snapchat for 4chum. Thank you, my brother. Finally, someone requesting Snapchat. This thing had a monster week this week, up 17%. Look at that monthly candle starting to turn green. It's just beautiful, man. This thing's at all-time lows. All-time lows right now. Better earnings than they've ever... Making more money than they've ever made in history. $1.72 billion last quarter. Quarter before that was 1.5. Okay, I think this one's going at least back to $10. It's sitting at 460 right now, but very bullish looking down here. Again, we want to be buyers down here, and we'll sell when the wave comes back up here. But I'm targeting anywhere from $10 to $12 here on Snapchat this year. Okay, I mean, that thing's in the gutter. Last time we hit this level, well, we hit $5. We bounced all the way up to $80. That was a massive, massive move. So I'm very long on Snapchat here. It's my largest stock position. Yeah, I'm loading up on. I'm already loaded. If I had more money, I'd buy more. What's going on, cross country, my brother? You said laser, please. I finally caught you live. I'm always at work. Good for you, brother. Laser's topping out. Looks like it's topping out here again. We should have bought this one down here in April at $6. That's a 10x. Okay, 10x trade. Now we want to take profits. So if you're in this one, I would set a stop loss at 50. Okay, I'd either take some off right now because again, you got the red dot 2 weeks ago. Okay, that red dot came right there at around 65. So either you want to take some profits on that signal or you want to set a stop loss. I'd put the stop loss at $50. If it breaks 50, I'd sell it. How come I bought Uber? Uber is trading, if you guys don't know what PE ratios are, PE stands for price to earnings ratio. So it's sitting at a 15. So Warren Buffett considers a stock cheap if it's 15. He says that's a cheap stock. Okay, it's sitting at 15. It's also sitting at its 4-year average, and I just like it. I just like it down here. It's pulled back for 6 months in a row. They have great earnings. They're down here at the bottom of the fib. So I started a position. I think that green dot's going to come probably next week, but I mostly bought that one off the PE ratio. Okay, so you can actually see what the PE ratio of these stocks are. So like if you pull up SoFi, right? I'm on Robinhood here. So Robinhood is what I use to trade stocks and crypto. But you can see their PE ratio is 40. So Warren Buffett says he looks for stocks generally, right? He says 15 is cheap when this number is 15. He says 15 to 20 is his range, right? That's where he wants to buy good companies. So you can see SoFi, it's more of a growth company, so it's a little higher. So there is an exception if it's more of a growth company and they're just crushing it on their earnings. But Uber right now is sitting at a 15, which is literally right in Warren Buffett's wheelhouse. So that indicates that it's cheap. If Warren Buffett thinks it's cheap, it's cheap. So that's why I bought Uber this week. And I also bought it because, again, if we reference that blue line, okay, that's our 4-year moving average. Okay, you come over here to our cheat sheet. Okay, 4-year moving average, the mean. We want to buy into the mean. We don't want to buy way up off the mean. We want to buy into that average, the 4-year average, or below it, of course. Okay, so I started a position. It's pretty damn close to that blue line. So I did start a position on Uber this week because, again, it's gotten pounded here from 100. Again, everyone's excited about it up here. Okay, no one's talking about it down here after a long, drawn-out dip. So I like it. It's building support right here. That's why I bought it. Sell near to buy ARB? I don't know, man. I don't know. ARB is stupidly discounted right now. If you look at it from here, I mean, it's at 9 cents. And it's got a green dot there on the monthly. So, I don't know. I don't want to tell you to sell near and then it goes to freaking $20 tomorrow and ARB's still sitting at 9 cents. See, my job is not to tell you guys what to buy or what to sell. I just want to teach you guys how to use the indicators, right? How to look at things from a logical perspective using data, right? That's my goal. I never want you guys to like just buy something because I buy it. I want you guys to understand why I'm buying it. That's why when you ask like, why did I buy Uber? I was able to explain it. Well, Uber's sitting at a fair value. Why do I know it's a fair value? Because I measure fair value at the average of 4 years. Okay, to me, that's fair. That's a fair price. If it goes down to 60, what am I going to do? I'm going to buy more. I'm going to continue to add to the position. Because again, we're investors, guys. We're not day traders. We are investors. Okay, the chances of Uber going back up to 100 is pretty high, in my opinion. So, I just like Uber a lot here. You don't have the indicators yet? You guys can get the indicators right over here in the Discord. So there's a tab over here called the Trading Indicator tab. You just click on this link right here, and everything loads right up into your account. So you get all these indicators, the MACD, the red and green dots, the stochastic RSIs, the moving out. Your screen literally looks exactly like my screen. Okay, and if you don't know how to use them yet, just keep watching the lives, ask questions, feel free. I also have a free trading course over here in the Discord as well. So you guys can check out my free course on YouTube by clicking on that link right there. And the Discord link is down in the description. It's also pinned in the live chat right now too. Here's GME. So GME sitting on the 4-year average. This is more of a day trading stock. This isn't really one I would go long on. This is one I'd probably be day trading if I was a day trader. But if you believe in the long-term growth of it, sitting here at 22 is a decent spot, okay, because it's right at the average. So I'd wait for the signal. You should have bought that signal right there at 20. It went up to 26, sold back off. So this is a day trading stock, in my opinion, not something to go long on. I don't see them growing unless they develop some kind of online gaming platform. But for the most part, they're just a retail store that's kind of dead. Does APT chart look better than, what did you say, SUI? I would say no. But it does have the monthly alerts. So again, these monthly alerts don't come around every day, guys. The monthly alerts are the most accurate signal that you can get when it comes to this indicator because there's the most data, right? The bigger the time frame, the more accurate. So let's just look at Bitcoin's chart here, okay? Look at Bitcoin's chart all the way back since 2015. If you bought Bitcoin back here in 2015, you bought it at 240. It went all the way up to $20,000. That was a 10,000% move. Pulled back, green dot right here in 2019. Okay, 3,600 all the way up to 70,000. This one came in 2023. We called this one out in the Discord when Bitcoin was at 17,000. Okay, 17,000 Bitcoin all the way up to 120. So the monthly alerts are stupidly accurate. I mean, they don't come around. Like you got this one in 2015, 2019, and 2023. So people talk about the 4-year cycle. Well, okay, 4 years, boom. 4 years, boom. 4 years. So every 4 years, you get like a mega good opportunity to buy Bitcoin. And the last one came in 2023. So that would mean 2027 would be 4 years, right? So it'll be interesting to see what happens here, okay, on Bitcoin. But I think it's going to bounce right here at the 60 level. I think the bottom's in for Bitcoin right there at 60K. I don't think we're going lower than that. I think the buyers are going to step in here and eat it up. But like if you're seeing your name, if you believe in APT with this monthly, I mean, this was at $30 back in 2024. It's at 85 cents. If it goes back to that level, you're talking about a 2,000% move. So I personally think this is going to be the most hated altcoin season of all time, because literally all of retail is gone. They're just go look at the comments of my videos, guys. Go look at Twitter. Okay, they're gone. There's not a bull left. There's no bulls left. We're like the only bulls left in retail on these names. And you could see that we're getting these astronomical signals on these altcoins. I mean, this is like a buy and hold for like a year, 2 years, right? Because if this goes back to 35, you're going to be real happy you bought at 85. Because it's always, right, you go back to Bitcoin, it's always up here when you're like, man, I wish I would have bought down here in 2023 at 17,000. Shoot, it's all the way up here at 100,000. I should have bought back then. You're never going to say that down here. You're never going to say, dang, I wish I would have bought up here at freaking 60K, right? Because this is when everyone's excited, right? This is when everyone's hooping and hollering, right? Telling everybody how great they are, right? Everyone's a genius in a bull market, guys. Everybody, okay? I'm okay looking stupid in the short term because I'm long-term focused, right? I don't care if things go down in the short term. I'm just gonna keep accumulating. I'm just gonna keep buying more, right? I'll go mow some lawns. I'll go drive some Uber. I'll go raise some cash to keep adding to my position. Because again, this opportunity only comes around every 4 years on Bitcoin. Every 4 years, okay? 4 years from now, you probably don't even know what you're going to be doing, okay? It's not a daily occurrence that this happens. So hopefully that makes sense, guys. Because again, we just go off the data. We don't go off of what people say or what people think, or we go off the data. Everything we do, you guys will learn in the trading course, is based on 3 things: logic, data, and discipline. Logic is our strategy, right? That's how we trade. Buy strategy number 1, buy strategy number 2, sell strategy number 1 and number 2. Data is the information on the chart. Discipline is the ability to stick to it, right? This is the hardest one. Discipline is the hardest one. Patience is even harder, okay? But there's a reason 90% of people fail at this. Okay? It's because they lack discipline, right? They want to give up down here. They want to give up down here when it's about to turn. Okay? That's why 90% of people fail, because they're quitters. There's no such thing as winners and losers, only winners and quitters. If you quit, hey, all the power to you. I can't tell you how many people have canceled their membership to the Discord. Okay? $4 a month. A membership that's $4 a month. People are canceling. They're going to do something else. They're going to chase the next shiny object that pops up on their TikTok, right? They're going to be selling. They're going to be on the TikTok shop next or something, or doing something weird. Okay, and I don't, I wish those people the best. But again, I mean, there is a reason that 90% of people fail, is because they give up right at the wrong time. That's just a fact. Okay, I knew that a lot of you weren't going to be here. I knew a lot of you weren't going to be here in this next bull run, in this next altcoin season. Okay, I knew that. Okay, I knew that up here. Okay, I knew that from the jump. People come and go. I mean, it's just, in the end, it's up to you. Are you going to quit, or are you going to dig in and you're going to, right? It's the hard times that build character. If you're still around right now after this, okay, I mean, you're winning, in my opinion. Like, you're not quitting. You're building resilience. You're building character. You're learning. Right? If you quit and go do something else, well, all that time you just spent is just completely wasted. So, hey man, I'm not here to hold your hand. I'm just here to present the data, right? I'm just here to tell you what the chart says. Okay, I can't lie about these signals. There's no way for me to lie about these signals on Bitcoin. You guys have this opportunity to use the same indicators, the same charts, the same exact layout that I use here. Okay, you'll see the same thing on your chart that I see on my chart. I'm not special. I just look at the. It takes a logical brain to look at this and say, oh, the best time to buy Bitcoin is down here when this is given a green dot, right? So again, 2015, you bought Bitcoin at $200. It went all the way up to 20,000. Can you imagine? Okay, I didn't even know what Bitcoin was in 2015. But it doesn't take a rocket scientist to look at this chart and make sense of it. Okay, it just doesn't. But again, it's not for everybody. 90% of people fail. Okay, trading is a very emotional thing, right? It can be emotional. But when you look at things from a logical perspective, right, and you have a plan and you have data, it helps with those emotions, right? It helps with those emotions. It would be stupid if you hold APT to sell it down here, okay? It would be stupid. It would be dumb, okay? ARB, same thing. And a lot of these are getting their signal for the first time. This is the first time some of these names have even gotten one of these. So the first signal that ever came on Bitcoin was back in 2015. So I think a lot of people just don't grasp how early we are on these altcoins, on these projects, on these technologies. They're technologies, guys. Web3 is like buying crypto and altcoins right now is like buying tech stocks in the 1990s. Can you imagine buying Microsoft in 1990? Can you imagine? Okay, let's go back to 1990, huh? Let's just say you bought the first green dot here on Microsoft back in 1989. You bought Microsoft at 32 cents. 32 cents! It's at 373. Can someone do the math on that? So hopefully you guys get my point, man. Hopefully you guys get what I'm trying to say. I mean, if you look at the total market cap of crypto compared to the market cap of gold and stocks, you're so early on crypto. Like, the people giving up, I just feel bad for them. Like, I'm not here to talk you into staying, but like, I just feel bad for you. Especially right now, because this has never been a worse dip. And it's not the indicator's fault, right? This is just how the markets work. Sometimes they just don't go in your favor. They just don't. Okay? No strategy or no signal is 100%. But sometimes the only thing that separates you from being right or wrong is time. Like, for example, right? I started buying Chainlink after I sold it up here at around 20 to 25 at $12. Okay? Over the last month, I have been wrong. Right? I bought at 12. It went down to 8. Okay? Am I going to give up and quit? No, because I believe in the project. If I bought it at 8, if I liked it at 8, I should love it. I'm sorry. If I bought it at 12, if I liked it at 12, I should love it at 8. Okay? Because again, the only thing that's separating me from being wrong right now is time. Because I do believe Chainlink, I mean, ChatGPT even said Chainlink is the most undervalued asset out of any cryptocurrency on the market. That's what ChatGPT said. That's not what I said. You can go ask ChatGPT right now, what is the most undervalued cryptocurrency on the market right now? It'll probably tell you the same thing. So, yeah, I've been wrong over the last month on Chainlink. Okay? Forgive me. Okay? But again, if I wait another 5 months and it's back up here at $50, do you think I'm going to care that I bought here at 12 or bought here at 8 if this goes back to 50? I'm not going to care. I won't care. And I'm willing to wait at 5 years if it takes 5 years. I don't think it's going to take that long. But sometimes the only thing that separates you from being right or wrong in the markets, a lot of the time, if you're buying good projects, it's time. Time is what you need. Okay? Time is what you need sometimes. So people just get impatient. I get it. I'm impatient too. But again, I have the data to erase my emotions and make me think about things from a logical perspective. It does not make sense for me to sell Chainlink down here. It doesn't. It doesn't make sense, right? Because that's what the data says. It doesn't make sense, okay? Every time this thing has come down here, it's been a buying opportunity. So hopefully that makes sense. ENVX, that one's got a green dot. That one's a buy. We got Sonic. Sonic's green here as well. Again, lowest price it's ever been. So if you believe in the project, time to buy. We got Lemonade. So Lemonade gave us one right there in April at 26. It went all the way up to around 100. Now it pulled back. I don't like that green dot. I want to see it deeper. Okay, I want to see it deeper. If you're going to play that green dot, use a stop loss at 55. What else we got? Chesticles. Happy to hear that, cross country. God bless you, my brother. Happy to help, man. I used to day trade too, guys. I lost a lot of money day trading. Okay? I lost a lot of money trying to be a day trader. Okay? Day trading is a scam. Day trading is gambling. Okay? We are investing here. Okay? Investing is not gambling. Okay? If you have a plan, stick to it. Okay? If you're a day trader, have a plan and stick to it. Don't sway from it, right? You have to have a plan. If you're just throwing darts, right? If you're just throwing darts, you're going to miss, right? Because if you look at Tesla, again, our goal here is to buy good quality companies at a good quality price. So you could buy the best company in the world, right? You could buy Tesla, okay? But if you're buying it right here in December of 2024 at $475, throwing a dart at it, well, it's now 2026 and you're still down on your investment, right? It's been almost 2-3 years and you're down on your investment, right? So we want to buy good companies like Tesla, but at a good price. How do we know we're getting a good price? Again, I've told you guys multiple times, we use indicators. We use the 4-year average, okay? That's how I know I'm getting a fair price. Right back there in April 2025, that green dot, okay? Beautiful time to buy. You went up 150% if you bought that signal. You guys look at the video when I told you to buy Tesla back here in April. It was the same thing that's going on right now. Everyone was laughing. Everyone was calling me a moron and I'm an idiot and I just need to go away and just stop posting videos. Like, you name it, right? I'm willing to take the heat, dude. I fear no man, right? I fear no man. And again, this isn't a pride thing for me. I just like to share information and I like to gather information from you guys because I'm only one set of eyes, right? You guys might see something that I don't and we can all benefit from it, right? I tell you guys all the time, this channel ain't about me. It's not about you. It's about all of us working together, okay? In the name of the Lord. So I just be waiting on a green dot for Tesla here. SEI, we already covered that one. Again, SEI is at the lowest point it's ever been. It's at 5 cents. So, again, that green dot looks like it's coming very, very soon. RH, wow, that one's falling off a cliff. These home builder stocks are just doing awful right now. I mean, they're just getting smoked on, dude. You just need the signal, but that's stuck in a very ugly downtrend right now. I don't know a lot of people buying houses right now, guys. I don't know a lot of people buying houses right now. And that's why some of these stocks are getting absolutely smoked. I think there's some better stocks to own right now. Lyft, so Lyft got the signal right here. So what that tells you is that, hey, this level right there at 12, okay, that's the bottom. If 12 breaks, we'll be stopped out. But this actually looks pretty good. Okay, I'd personally rather buy Uber just because, right, they're a lot bigger and they have way more earnings. They made $14 billion last quarter, while Lyft made 1.59. Okay, so I think Uber is probably going to swallow up Lyft here pretty soon. They'll probably buy them out. So it does have a green dot. Again, the last time we got one was back here in April. That was at 11. It went all the way up to 25. So personally, I'd rather take Uber here. Got a few more here. Bobby says we got to 100 likes. Thank you, guys. Appreciate you guys. We'll do that XRP giveaway here right now. So if you guys are in the Discord, you guys will be able to enter for this /GCreate. We're going to create a giveaway here. We're going to give away 50 XRP over the weekend for Easter. We'll do it on Sunday. We'll do it on Sunday. Because he has risen, baby. Jesus Christ, our Lord and Savior. Praise him, man. 50 XRP. Enter to win 50 XRP. Appreciate you guys liking the video, man. It really goes a long way. It makes me know that you guys are liking the content. Helps with the algorithm. Duration, we'll do 3 days. What's today? No, that'd be Saturday. We'll do 3 days. Enter to win 50 XRP. So if you guys are in the Discord, you guys will be able to enter for this. Enter to win 50 XRP. Hopefully XRP doesn't go to 10,000 over the weekend. Tap the. There's gonna be an emoji. You guys know the drill. To enter, and you do have to be a member to participate in this. Again, our membership is only $4 a month here in Discord. So to enter, all you got to do is click that emoji right there, and that will get you in. You can see the entries are going up already, but I'm gonna leave it so I don't win. So you guys can enter for that over the weekend. I'll share this in the chat as well, so you guys don't miss it. Okay, so you guys can enter for that right now. Appreciate you guys liking the video, man. It's awesome. XRP is going to 10,000 by the end of the year. Thank you, Caroline. Appreciate you. IONQ. IONQ is back at its 4 years. So I've kind of been looking to get into these quantum stocks, and I think IONQ is probably my favorite one just because they make the most money. They're making around 61 million right now. Wow, they doubled their earnings. Holy cow, they're growing fast. Oh my gosh. I might have to buy some IONQ here. I mean, look at this. They were making $7 million in May of last year. Okay, this was this time last year, right? Right around May. 7 million. This last quarter, they made $61 million. Holy cow, dude. That's almost 1,000 times the growth. Wow. Wow. I've been told you guys I've been looking for this one. I'm looking to get into this one. And it's sitting at our average now, so I might take a bite of this on Monday. I actually really like this name. IONQ. Wow, good request. I like it. I mean, it's at a fair price according to the 4-year average. And that is insane revenue growth, dude. 7 million up to 61. I mean, that's just insane. Over a year. They went from making 7 million to 61 million. That's impressive growth, dude. That is really impressive. So, and they're saying quantum computing is going to be the thing. They're saying it's going to be the bee's knees. They're going to, right? They're going to be awesome. So, everyone's saying quantum computing is the future. So, I'm going to buy this one. I'm going to see if I can buy it here after hours. I'm going to try. Give her a go. See if I'll fill. Oh yeah, I got filled. I just got filled on IONQ here. So that one's in the portfolio now. I just bought that. IONQ. Boom. Okay, that one's up in the portfolio. I am now in a quantum play here. So I'm just buying that because it's sitting at the average. I know it doesn't have the signal yet, but it got a signal right here in February. Right there at around 32. Again, that's impressive earnings growth. I mean, that's insane. Okay? And if quantum's going to be a thing, then I think this stock will do very, very well. So, yeah, I've been telling you guys I'm going to buy that for a while. And I just like the fact that it literally tapped our average here. So, again, we want to buy at that average because that tells us it's at a fair price. Again, everyone was talking about quantum up here. Okay, now not a lot of people talking about it. But I really like this. Look at that pullback. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 months of pulling back here. So I'm a fan of IONQ at these levels. Okay, if it breaks down below like 22, might consider selling it, but the weekly's just looking really good here. I like that play. Good call out. Caroline says she dislikes XRP. Yeah, XRP, that's like a cult, man. I bought it at 45 cents back in November. I had a huge position on it right here, off that signal right there at 45. I ended up selling too early though. I sold really early. I sold like right here, somewhere in there. But again, I wasn't being greedy. I was up like 200% on my trade. It ended up keep going, but it looks interesting now here at 130. ZBCN, what's up, my ZBCN brothers? This is another one I really like here. Again, we got the signal back here at 0.0019. You got the MACD crossover this week. That looks really good. And that's got the EMA cross even on the daily. So ZBCN is one of my favorite cryptos right now as long as it holds on to 0.0019. That looks really good. Who's Johnny? Said Johnny's coming for y'all. Okay, giving out wisdom, instruction, data, and now giving XRP. It's good to be a Spartan. Yes, sir. The Spartan army grows stronger. No, I love you guys, man. Really, dude. I am so blessed to be able to do this with you guys every day, and it's just awesome, man. I love it. And we're here for a long time, not a good time. Okay, the good times will come. Okay, but the last couple months have not been good times. Okay, and I think we can all agree on that. But again, the bear markets, people buying in bear markets, right, are the people that are very happy, right? It's always up here where you're like, dang, I wish I would have bought right here, right? I wish I would have bought here. So hang in there, folks. I mean, we're in the trenches right now together. We're fighting them off. Johnny says XRP will make millionaires with time. I would rather buy Chainlink than XRP. I think Chainlink will make more millionaires than XRP. Let's get through the rest of these real quick. Let's finish this up. TRX. We missed our opportunity down here at 28 cents on TRX. So looking to sell that one once we get a sell signal. JPM's give it a signal here. This is a big bank. I like that one as long as it holds on to 280. Wow, some of these stocks really bounced this week. A lot of names bounced this week. So JPM did close with that. So if you're taking that trade here, use a stop loss at 279. We got Circle. Circle's coming back down with a red dot. I'd use the daily here. Look to pinpoint a daily entry on this. Again, we called this out at 56, 57. Had a huge move up to 140, but now it's coming down. So if you want to buy the dip, I'd look for a daily alert here on the daily. So once you have the weekly signal, right, you want to look for the daily for a pullback. But I think that one could probably come back to like 74. If it hits 74, I might consider entering. But again, our signal came right here at 57. So I'd watch the daily on that one. Look for the daily alert. XYO, just melting down. Again, lowest price since 2024. Look how deep the monthly wave is. So again, when this monthly wave comes back up here in the next 6 months, okay, everyone's going to be saying, dang it, I wish I would have bought when there was World War III and Trump was bombing and Iran was saying this and that. Right? That's what's going to happen. Okay? It's always up here where people are like, dang it, I wish I would have bought down here. So I think that one's a good buy there. I think any altcoin right now is a good buy. SMR is just melting down here. So I'd watch the monthly on this one. Again, I told you guys these nuclear companies, they don't make any money. Right? They make $1 million a quarter. For a stock, that's nothing. That is pennies. Okay? So when you're buying these kind of stocks, you got to consider the fundamentals, right? If they're only making $1 million a quarter, that's not very good. None of the nuclear energy companies are making money. If you want an energy company, I'd recommend Plug Play. Okay, look at this stock. Okay, all the way up there at $70 back in 2021, all the way down here to $2. Okay, I like this one. I got this one in the portfolio, and that one has a monthly signal. So with SMR, I just wait for the monthly. Okay, wait for that. You can see it got it right there in 2024. That was a great trade. What else we got? Jasmy. Jasmy's green on the monthly as well. First time it's ever been green this low. Sitting at half a cent. Okay, looking good. I'd be a buyer based on the monthly right there. Velo down here on the floor as well. Again, these altcoins. Oh my gosh. Brutal. It's on the floor. So if you believe in it, buy it. XTZ, same thing. Doesn't have the monthly yet. I think that one has the weekly. No, it doesn't. Another one, I'd probably wait for the monthly signal to pop here, but that's sitting at the... Last time it hit this level was in 2018. It's 2026. That was 8 years ago. It hit 30 cents, and it popped up to 8. So again, up here, you're always like, dang it, I wish I would have bought it at 30 cents. If you would have bought this back at 30 cents right back here in 2018, you would have made a whole lot of money. Okay? It's sitting at that same price, so I do like XTZ at these levels. We got Rose. Rose is also green here on the monthly as well. So if you believe in the project, again, it's never been lower. Okay, never been lower. And that green dot is still holding. We got Trump coin. Wow. This thing's a rug pull, man. Do I think this is going to bounce one day? I don't know. I honestly don't know what Trump's doing, man. He's just rugging this thing right now, dude. 50 all the way down to $2. Only person that made money in the market this year, well, we made some money last year, but Trump made a lot of money last year because he released his meme coin literally right before he got inaugurated, and it just took all the liquidity out of the market, just stole it all right into his bank account and his buddies. I don't know. I think there's better names to own. If you believe in Trump, go ahead. I'm kind of at a loss right now with Trump. I voted for him, but I don't know, man. I don't know. I hope he's doing the right thing. I pray to God. I pray for him every day. I pray that he's not the Antichrist. But in the end, God has authority. The Bible says God puts authority in the position there for a reason. So there was a reason that Joe Biden was the president, and there's a reason that Donald Trump is the president. So we just don't know it. Everything that happens is for the greater glory of God because he ultimately is in control. INJ, green dot down here. Again, you got to be a buyer. You got to trust the signal. You got to trust the signal. Again, $50 back here in 2024. It's at $2.70. I think a big bounce is coming, guys. We're going to get a big bounce here. Here's MSTX. This is MSTR, so this is pretty much MSTR's stock. I still like MSTR as long as we hold. We have to hold 100. We have to hold 100. That's got a green or a red weekly there too. You really need to hold 100 on MSTR. Okay, MSTZ is the inverse, so this is like the bearish. Okay, this means it's going to go down, but it's got the green dot right there this week too. So that's an interesting play there on MSTR. Up above 100 though, I still like it. BRA, rug pull. I'd avoid it. River, again, rug. It's a wow. Oh, I think you're talking about the River crypto. A lot of hype about this lately. Again, a very new project, so we don't have a lot of data. It hasn't been around very long, but it bounced around here at 7 last time, so you just be watching for the daily on that one. A couple more requests here, folks, then I'm gonna sign off. We got the watch list dropping tomorrow, so tomorrow we're gonna drop the watch list. That's gonna be the top stocks and cryptos to watch next week. We'll be dropping that tomorrow here. Andre says, nothing is in our control. God has got his plans. All glory to him. Yeah, man. All glory to him. We don't want the credit. We don't want the credit, Lord. It's all yours. What else we got here, folks? Second term for Trump. I think Trump won the last election, but I probably shouldn't say that or I'll get banned. The UK is cooked. I'll pray for you guys. Whole world's cooked at this point, dude. Any day Jesus want to come down here and save us all, that'd be great. I said that to my wife today. Any day now. Any day, Lord. Sound that trumpet, baby. We're waiting. We're ready. What else we got? PayPal. Good request. PayPal's just kind of stuck in a range right now, but this is one of the most undervalued stocks, in my opinion, on the market. So we talked a little bit about PE ratio. So PE ratio is, again, if you think about Warren Buffett, okay, he tells you that 15 to 20 is what he looks for. So if you're looking at PE ratio, you can see the price to earnings. It's sitting at 8. He says 15 is cheap. Okay, this is sitting at 8. So this is half of what he thinks is cheap. So this is cheaper than what Buffett thinks is cheap. Okay, that's ridiculous. That is ridiculous. Okay, it's at a 10-year low. 10-year low. Okay, the lowest price since 2016. Yeah, 10 years. Lowest price in 10 years. Look at that monthly candle starting out, too, in April. Beautiful. Bounce that puppy back to 80 for us, will ya? Come on, baby. Nice close this week, too. Okay, I like that over 43. Okay, looking good. I love PayPal. That's one of my top holdings. That and Snapchat are two of my top holdings. Maurice, what's going on, brother? Welcome to the Spartan Army, baby. Let's go. Slow Train says, Hebrews 12:11. No discipline seems pleasant at the time, but painful. Later on, however, it produces a harvest of righteousness and peace for those who have been trained by it. Amen, brother. Amen. I'm going to go ahead and post that on Twitter. Hope you don't mind. Love that, dude. Yeah, it's true, man. It is true. Discipline sucks. I have a coach, a life coach, that tells me success sucks. Like, success is just doing the sucky stuff. Embracing the suck. You know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't easy to stay disciplined. It's easy to sit on the couch and have a burger from McDonald's and, right? It takes discipline to get up and go to the gym and eat a good meal and eat a good diet, right? Right? It's hard to stick to a plan sometimes, especially when things are going against you, right? When you got a strategy, you planned everything, you did everything right, and it goes against you still, right? It's just a matter of how it is, man. But as long as you stay disciplined, as long as you keep the faith, right, and you don't give up and you don't quit, don't give in, that's how winners are made, man. That's how winning is done. That's awesome, dude. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. I love that, Slow Train. You the man. All right, guys, I'm going to leave it there. We got through all those Discord requests, so I'm going to open those back up when the time is right. So if you guys are in the Discord, you guys will get a notification. You'll be able to put those over there again. Tomorrow, I will be dropping the watch list. So those are going to be the top stocks and cryptocurrencies. I'm going to just go through our watch list, and we're going to look at all the top ones that are setting up for next week. So if you guys want to tune in for that, hit the bell, subscribe, never miss a video. We're live here every day, Monday through Friday, tapping in with the Spartan Army, baby. You guys hold the line. Okay, stay strong, and we'll chat with you guys tomorrow. If you guys need me, hit me up over here in the Discord. If you guys are new again, check out that free trading course. You guys can download the indicators over here. Check out our membership up here if you guys want to join the Spartan Army. It's literally $4 a month. That's less than I spent on my wife's coffee this morning. Okay, $4 a month. You could sacrifice a coffee a day and join the crew, join the army, and embrace the takeover. That's what we're here to do. We're here to take over. So God bless you guys. Again, go read that Hebrews 12:11 again. Let me just end on that. Hebrews 12:11. No discipline seems pleasant at the time, but painful. Later on, however, it produces a harvest of righteousness and peace for those who have been trained by it. God bless you guys. We'll see you tomorrow.